So I say all that to say, if you really want to be disciplined, I would start tracking everything that you're doing. Even like me uploading my gyms and gaming and stuff like that. I didn't upload nearly as much this year as I did the first 2 years that I did this. If I was to stick to my routine of uploading once a month, then I would significantly be just much happier. I guess I'll say it like that, to for the progress that I've been putting in up to this point. And it's a very simple thing to do, is just stay consistent. But I have not been doing that, so I have not been disciplined. And I haven't been doing that I haven't been disciplined because I'm getting way too distracted by little things in my life. Let's say social media, even sometimes gaming. I don't typically. I try to not to game. Like doing. I try not to game during like. My team's tripping, bro. Thanks for tuning in to my gaming podcast, Gyms and Gaming, where I play various games and tell different stories about my life, experiences, wisdom, anything to help inspire and encourage others. You were born with the ability to change someone's life, and you should never waste it. If you enjoy, please like, comment, or subscribe. Alright, what's going on, y'all? So, I gotta play this one with headphones simply because Overwatch is a game and that requires sound, and the sound is super major to everything that happens. For the gameplay, so you can hear where your people are coming from, where your people are, if your teammates are no longer alive, because I have the notification sound on just in case that happens. And I'm gonna have to do gyms and gaming briefly, simply because I have to speak to a virtual classroom shortly. So let's just get straight into the lesson for today. The lesson for today is the art of discipline, or the conversation for today is the art of discipline. The reason I'm talking about this now is because I have this brand new agenda. If you guys have listened to me before, and especially if you're an OG, you definitely heard me speak about the importance of scheduling your time, managing your time pretty much, scheduling everything that you do. So I have this brand new agenda. And shout out to my wife, Kelly Rose, for helping me keep it organized and everything like that. But I started tracking every day that I worked out, every workout that I did, how much water I've been drinking. I started tracking a lot of these things in this month in particular. And the beautiful thing about, what I've learned this month is when I don't, or when I'm not disciplined or sticking to my routine, I'll say it like that, because I pretty much have a routine. When I'm not sticking to those things, I really notice how I don't want to say unproductive I've been, but I've definitely noticed how the lack of progression or progress is apparent in my day-to-day. Or in my, I guess I shouldn't say my day-to-day, but in my life in general, especially for the month of March, since I've been tracking that specifically. I started doing, oh snap. I started doing these workouts to like progressing my hips and stuff like that, because I fractured my ankle, and due to that, I've been out of alignment from my waist up. Excuse me, my waist down. So my hips have been out of alignment. My ankles haven't been as strong. Like, it's been a lot of. I've been having to do a lot to progress and get back to the level that I was at when I was playing basketball consistently. So since I started tracking every day that I worked out, I also noticed the days. I also tracked the days when I didn't. And the first week I worked out, or the first 8 days in March, I worked out every single day. And thanks to me working out every single day, I actually lost 4 pounds that first week. I lost 4 pounds that first week, and I worked out. Dang, I tried to get on the. I lost 4 pounds that first week. The second week, I only worked out 3 out of the 8 days, and I actually gained a pound. The next week, I worked out probably every day. I want to say it wasn't like one day I didn't miss, but I didn't eat proper, or I didn't eat. Like, my eating habits weren't as good as the first week. So I actually didn't lose a pound. I didn't gain a pound. You know, I was actually the same. What is my team doing, bro? I actually was the same weight from week 2. And then my last week, I didn't work out at all. So, like, the week I'm currently in, I worked out like one day. And now I'm actually gained a pound. So throughout the month, so it was 4, 1, 4, 1, 0, and then 1. So -4 plus 1, 0, and then plus 1. You know, that's the weight progression of this month. And because I've been tracking how I've been working out, I actually noticed, like, you know, just the benefit of staying consistent. You know, a lot of times we hear that we have to be consistent, and we know that we have to put in the work. But because I've been tracking and sticking to a routine, I'm now seeing the benefit or the progression of. No way, bro. I'm now seeing the progression of, you know, my efforts. So I say all that to say, if you really want to be disciplined, I would start tracking everything that you're doing. Even like me uploading my gyms and gaming and stuff like that. I didn't upload nearly as much this year as I did the first 2 years that I did this. If I was to stick to my routine of uploading once a month, then I would significantly be just much happier. I guess I'll say it like that, to for the progress that I've been putting in up to this point. And it's a very simple thing to do, is just stay consistent. But I have not been doing that, so I have not been disciplined. And I haven't been doing that I haven't been disciplined because I'm getting way too distracted by little things in my life. Let's say social media, even sometimes gaming. You know, I don't typically. I try to not to game. You know, like doing. I try not to game during, like. You know, my team's tripping, bro. Excuse me, y'all. Had to just watch this craziness, man. But I try not to, you know, game during the hours that I should be working. I try to limit my distractions as much as possible, and I've not been doing a great job doing that. during those days that I didn't work out, and during those days I didn't stick to my schedule. So a lot of being disciplined is being consistent. Man, we are struggling. And if you can control your schedule and master your schedule, it's far easier for you to be disciplined because you're managing your time. You know, a lot of consistency. Wow. A lot of consistency is pretty much doing the boring things that you know a regular person doesn't really want to do every single day, right? So waking up at 5 a.m., going to work out, working on the things that would benefit them every single day. So such as working on their business, working on their craft, working on their art, whatever it is that they're, working on. Typically, distractions is what gets us down. Typically, distractions is what keeps us from elevating. And I've started to notice my distractions because, like I said, I'm writing all these things down in an agenda. All right. And I know my vices. I think we all know our vices. We all know what we need to give up to be successful. But it's so easy to get distracted by those things. That's why it's easier if you can manage your time. And if you're someone that doesn't like to work all the time, right? Dedicate a specific block of time during your day that you're going to absolutely work, and dedicate time of your day that you're absolutely going to have fun. You know, it's difficult when you work 8 hours a day and you have to travel to work, travel back. You have a family, or you have responsibilities when you get home. I know that's extremely difficult, but if you can start to just manage and document everything that you're doing, you'll improve with managing your time. It's not going to be easy in the beginning. Trust me. I'm an entrepreneur, and I thought, okay, I must work 24/7. 24/7. I must always work. I actually found that working 3 hours a day for 6 days a week has been more productive for me than working 10 hours a day for 5 days a week. And I noticed that when I rest on Sundays, when I don't do any work at all, I'm so amped up and ready to get to work on Monday. Like, I've noticed just how, all right. I've noticed just like my schedule is probably not going to be the same for it's probably not going to work for everyone, but it works wonders for me. Wonders. And it took me a long time to get there, like years. It definitely wasn't something I did overnight at all. It was not something that I just felt like oh, this is it, this is my schedule. All right. I didn't feel like it was just something that I would just tell everyone, hey, this is all you got to do is like keep this exact schedule. That's not how I feel in the slightest. I think it's something that you have to work at. And I think the more you work at it, the easier it gets. But you have to work at it. Getting a good schedule is not going to be easy. But yeah, so, I think the art of discipline is just like the art of anything else. It's staying consistent and tracking your progress, just like in a game. You know what I mean? Like, the way you track your progress in a game is the way you should track your in-life progress. That's my thoughts and opinion on it. All right. And I think that's just something like a lot of times you hear like motivation being spoke about with people, we don't hear that enough. That, you know, we don't hear it enough that you should consider the fact that you're gonna suck at everything you try when you first try it. Unless you're, you know, naturally gifted and a prodigy, but even discipline, you know, and that's just something that I love about getting better and growing, is that you're not going to be perfect the first time you try something. So you should work at it. And that includes being disciplined. Think about if you were always, or for let's just say years of your life, failing to meet you know, your expectations for you know, for let's just say working out, for example, because I know that's hard for a lot of people. If you've been failing to do something for years, you're not going to just combat that in 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Sorry, I had to protect my healer. So if you know that you've been eating chips for if you know that you've been eating chips for weeks, or haven't been working out for years, and haven't been working out for years, or, you know, haven't been doing anything for your physical health for years, then why do you think 1 day at the gym, 2 days at the gym is going to change your life significantly? It's not. You're going to have to, that's the art of discipline. You're going to have to work as hard as you did not work to get to that level. Man, this is rough, y'all. And I'm gonna do, you know, a part 2 on the art of discipline too, because I do have to speak to a group of young men very shortly, in a virtual classroom, and I probably won't have as much time as I would like on this particular subject, but I think you guys get the point about the art of discipline. It's like, never expect anything to be easy. And it's just like anything, like even Overwatch, for example, like I was not good at this game. Matter of fact, I hated this game when I first started playing because I wasn't good. Sorry, I gotta protect. Had to protect my guy real quick. And then I just, you know, I started playing with a group of people. I had an accountability group too, which is awesome. And eventually I would notice, like, it just became natural for me. Like, I can now do gyms and gaming while trying to have a very articulate lesson of motivation for the art of discipline. And I definitely could not do this the first time I started playing. You know, there are how many characters on this game? There are so many that none of them are, I would say, necessarily, you know, easy to play. But, you know, the more time and effort that you put in for each one, you just get better and better and better. Think about that same exact thing for your time management skills, or even your public speaking skills, or any skills that you want to develop. You must be disciplined, meaning you must have dedication and determination, I'll say, more than anything. More than anything, when knowing that it's going to be a process of getting better, or it's going to take me a while. It's not going to happen overnight. I'm going to have to work at this. You know, that is that is something you strongly need to consider. When working on anything or when trying to get better than anything. And then when you do get better at everything that you're working out, you're working towards, you're gonna be so happy, bro. You're gonna be so like proud of yourself for putting in the work. You're gonna just see progress one day and go like, wow, I can't believe I got this far. I can't believe I did this great. You know, especially when you look back from where you started, bro. I mean, if y'all watched the first Gems in Gaming that I did, I was nowhere near this level of production or you know, consistent. Well, not consistency in terms of me doing it. I was way more consistent in the beginning because I wasn't. Dang. What I mean is brand consistency. I've like now figured out, you know, what I want Gems in Gaming to be. Because when we first started, it was called Social Saturday, and I had no clear cut. Like direction for what I wanted to do with this particular series. But now, because I've been doing it for so long, because I've been working at this for so long, because I've been trying to get good for so long, man. I've now gotten to a point where I'm proud of myself for my progression, for being disciplined in this particular series, and I know how to improve because I've been doing it for so long. I know what isn't good for me, and I know what is great for me. I know what I need to get better in, and I know what I need to work a little bit harder. You know, and that's another amazing thing about the art of discipline. It's like you are, oh dang. But yeah, that's the whole point that I wanted to bring up. You know, just like you're gonna fall, you're not going to always do well in everything that you do, but just know that the more you stay consistent, the more you keep working at what you're doing, you will see the progression eventually. Just continue to put in the work, stay disciplined, never forget that it's a marathon and not a sprint. Y'all take it easy. God bless.